What the hell is up?
Another day, another dollar. Another Quaalude, she'll love me in the morning.
Okay,
Words to live by.
I guess so.
I'm trying to tell you.
Wow. Well, we're here on a Sunday,
Yeah.
um, the day of our Father, our Lord.
I'm
Have you ever potted on a Sunday before?
sure we have.
I'm sure we have at least, like maybe one time. I don't think it's been a very common occurrence.
Yeah.
I know we've done Saturdays several times, but not a Sunday. At least recently. But we're here.
Hold on right quick. I need to mute up right quick. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll do the intro then. No, you're good. All right. Chris is going to take a mute break while I say what's up. Welcome, everybody, back or for the first time to the Step Brothers podcast. Today, we're doing a double feature. We both watched Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. We have been blessed this July with a lot of big stuff coming in and out. So we're
Pause.
all, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, big pause. Like I didn't think about it, but big movies coming out. But
There you go.
but yeah, Avatar, the anime feature that was dropped on Paramount Plus unjustly, but it's finally out. And then the big one, the big movie, it might even be bigger than Odyssey, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So
Tom and Zendaya and John Berthal are in both. So
yeah, it's been a big month for their camp, man. But that capped off our July. Welcome to August, by the way. We're almost officially back to school season.
yeah.
So it's in full swing, man. But yeah, how was your week, man? Especially with all the festivities happening.
Pretty regular week, man. Actually the most exciting stuff happened towards the weekend for me. Though I did link with Miles. We went out to celebrate my promotion, I guess. But we went to the new BoomerJacks in Mansfield. It's really nice. Shouts to them. I told them as soon as we pulled up, I was like, I see why they closed the one in the Highlands. I'm not gonna lie though, as we were pulling into the the little side street that like connects to all the other like businesses and like stuff, we were coming down the main street and we saw old school on one of them little 3-wheel purple bike things.
Oh
That
yeah, okay, yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
okay, now we home now, because that's all we used to see at the one in the Highlands. But
Constantly.
turns out this might as well have been a long horse game, brother. It was all right, and it was all white. You know what I'm saying? But cool. It's like really a cool little vibe though. Like I was not expecting that.
Because it's a lot bigger, right? Like it's
a lot bigger, lot like they got like
definitely more of a sports bar vibe, right? No,
definitely more of a not the days of the old.
Got
and then went on a little date or whatever, just had a couple drinks, blase blah. And then out of nowhere I had like a like junior high school friend like reach out and was like, yo bro, it was really his younger brother. I still keep in touch with his younger brother, but my friend, I don't know why we didn't like keep up or whatever, but the brother hit me, was like, yo, I'm with Tyler, man, he want to holler at you, man. I said, man, call me, man. I just woke up. So we FaceTime and I'm looking at him and I'm like, man, I like instantly like got transported back to like,
it took you back in time.
Yeah, the pre-pubescent fucking coming of age
Yeah.
like times in my life. And we just trading stories back and forth. Like, you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
when this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. And it was good to talk to him, hear from him and his brother and shit. And then I had another childhood friend, predates Tyler. Her name was Jessica, but she is the first stud I befriended, like ever. And she grew up on my street. I don't
Yeah.
even remember how we like crossed paths. I think maybe her and her brothers were outside playing or some shit, and I was just out there, and we just met in the middle of the street, and we just like instantly clicked. And
I mean, when you're that young, you're not thinking about that shit.
no.
Yeah.
She was in 7th grade. I was 6th. So yeah, I don't even know that this shit exists for real.
Yeah, you're not thinking about it, you know?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why are you just like a boy? And I'm talking, but this is the era like Big T Bazaar popping. Niggas wear
Yeah.
Converse,
Why you got an AI jersey on?
yeah, type shit. Baggy
Yeah.
shorts and shit.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I know. But yeah, bro, like I think she was like probably the second person's house I've ever stayed the night at and shit. Like her mom was cool, and we was just catching up. So she was like, you know, how you been? You know, all the small talk. And she was like, yeah, bro, I got 2 kids. I was like, you got 2 what? And so like I'm scrolling through her Facebook,
It
and
happens.
she sends me the pictures of her kids. She was like, yeah, this is such and such. They're this old. They're going to go to this grade. And I'm looking at them, and I'm like, damn, y'all stole y'all mama's face, man. How precious. Because she's a good looking girl. You know what I'm saying? She's dressed like a nigga. So in my mind,
like still or
no, still. So this is what threw me off.
Yeah.
This is why my shit was like,
What's happening? Yeah.
Because
it
she
happens,
was like,
bro.
yeah, I got 2 kids. I was like, word. So then I go to the Facebook, I'm scrolling, I'm looking. I said, she's still dressed like a nigga. So I'm thinking to myself, like, did she like get out studied and like got pregnant? I'm trying to figure out like, how did that happen? Now I know, just to give a little backstory, she did used to mess with my nephew's cousin. But everybody get curious, I guess, in that genre. So I didn't think that was like, that didn't stick. You know, I didn't think that was going to stick. But anyways, she got 2 beautiful kids, and it was good catching up with her, but I was confused. When we do link, because I am going to hit her like, we got to link and catch up in person. The first thing I'm going to ask is,
what's up?
Who's the father? Was this like a...
was this planned
or did like the woman you were with, was she like more studlier than you? And then like, how did you end up being the one that carried the baby if you got somebody? I got so many questions I'm gonna ask, you know what I'm saying? But it was good to catch up with him nonetheless. And that was pretty much my week besides work. Nothing too excited happened besides, again, Spider-Man and the Avatar. How was your week though?
Man, busy. They had an administrative week for my kids, so which means that the teachers are like on vacation. So like they had the school was closed. And so my wife was working from home, and then the kids were at home, and then so that was already a lot for my wife. And then at work, there's been a lot of people out for like vacation and sickness and stuff. So it's just been like brutal. It's like busy season too because it's summer.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was like a lot going on, and then squeezing in the late movies that we had to squeeze in. Like it was, quite an ordeal. But we are back to school tomorrow. My son is already being angry about it. This is their last week of like their summer program, basically. Like, then when they go back, on the 10th is when they go back to like uniforms and all that schoolwork and shit. Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What happened, man?
Oh my God.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, something else.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it was pretty brutal. And also on top of that, I started like a new diet and regimen, trying
Okay.
to being more healthy and shit. So
You did go play tennis the other day, right?
I've played a couple times now.
Yeah,
So
fuck that, brother. I'm sorry.
yeah, I've been getting more active again. I have been taking this like it's like a 90-day supplement thing. So like
Mhm.
took it all week, and it's by 3 weeks is when I'm really supposed to be really really feeling it.
Mhm.
And then I got my Huel pack back, so like I'm basically drinking that shit every morning,
Word.
and that's replacing my lunch. And by the time I get home, I've only eaten like 800 calories. So like, yeah. So I'm trying to just be that. So I've been doing that. So, but what that does is like cleans my colon out. So I have been
Yeah.
literally on the toilet like
Yeah.
crazy this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this week I'm gonna be more leveled out because I got
Yeah.
it all out this week. Plus being more active and stuff. So yeah. But I'm expecting this episode not to be extremely long because we have 2 movies to talk about. So I think that's pretty much what we're gonna get talk about.
Yeah.
As far as like, was there any super pressing news though? I'm trying to think. It kind of all bled together this past week.
LeBron to Philly.
We talked about that during the
Okay.
Odyssey
Uh,
episode.
mm, no, not super pressing. Not super pressing. Though,
Um,
I'll save that for a regular pod.
okay.
But yeah.
All
But
right.
no, nothing too pressing. It's been pretty much regular. That new Batman.
Cape
Uh,
Crusader season 2, the
yeah, which
Amazon
I
series. Yeah.
ain't tapped into yet, but I do plan on doing so. I was supposed to start last night, but that just didn't play.
The absolute Batman movie is supposed to be coming out too soon. The animated joint.
Yeah, I thought they were doing a show.
Is it a show
I
or
think
is it
so.
okay?
I think it's a show. Yeah, but nonetheless, we can get the Avatar out of the way first.
Okay.
Um, so what? Maybe a month or so ago, someone hacked Paramount's shit and leaked
Yeah.
the full Aang the Last Airbender on the internets.
Mm-hmm.
Some people chose to watch it. Some people did not watch it. A lot of the animators and people that worked on the movie came and spoke out about, how fucked up it was and how the hard work they put into it is, because if I'm not mistaken, I think those people are like contracted, right? Like, so they'll get the gig and then like they'll get like a little pay to do it, and then like once it goes to theaters and do what it does, that's when they get like a bulk of their money.
Who's this?
Like any like people that like work on the shit or what?
No.
Oh,
So
so I just made that up. That sounds good.
yeah. So no. Essentially, if you're like an animator, that's like if you're like, it depends on if you're like like just one person or if you're working for a company. Like obviously there's several avenues here as far as animators go. Like for instance, for like the Mario movie, like Illumination was the company that was animating the thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
but then sometimes you'll see like these other companies who like, oh, these people did the backgrounds or like these people did the composite sketches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paid for the job you do. Like the animators, if it was like a company, the company was paid a lump sum and then they divvied up to their employees in those payments. But generally, you want in theaters though, you're like seeing the names and you're more exposed basically to be
Mm-hmm.
out there. Um, So it's just like you you know your work is you worked on this movie that you thought was going to theaters, then it gets pulled back from theaters, then it kind of goes into like the release date limbo, and then you're like, oh, then it just gets fucking bootleg. Like you're like, that's like the ultimate demoralizing thing for
I
it.
don't know why I thought in this particular or in any instant working on a film that they would get incentives. I know that the actors do sometimes, but I figured it would
You talking about
be
like residuals, right? Like, yeah,
yeah, like the
man,
film performs well, so you know we're
I
gonna
don't.
pay y'all more
I'll
type
look
shit.
it up. I don't think animators get royalties though. I'm gonna check.
That
Yeah, see,
sucks.
most standard tier animators do not receive royalties or residuals.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
understand they work for hire contracts, trading ongoing earnings for a flat salary or project rate. It's just like the designer on Obsession. Remember, she was like, "I got paid $6,500 for this movie," but the movie made
yeah,
three
X
hundred
amount of
k.
dollars. Yeah,
$300 million or whatever, right?
yeah,
So like, but the budget of the movie, like you look at the budget of the movie, like if it was
right,
budgeted
right.
one
Not what
million
it made.
dollars, you
Yeah,
got paid $6,500 for this movie.
yeah,
But that's why, like, it's like a weird, like it's always that's what's always been the grab because visual effects artists always get paid like dog shit. Like, but
yeah.
they're
The
doing crazy work and they work stupid overtime because like that's just like a lot of work.
yeah the whole talk about visual effects people and
Yeah,
that side of the camera, to me that conversation didn't get like super popular until Marvel really started to take off. And then they spoke out like we have this crazy turnaround time. So
mm.
like they're talking about people are complaining about how this looks and how that looks, but we only had X amount of time to actually get this stuff done, turned in rather.
And
So
there's great examples of that in real time, like
yeah.
weekly television shows.
Hmm.
Like you think those visual effects are like look like that because it's cheap. It's really just because it's quick. Like they're just
Yeah.
like that's why Power Rangers looks like that, right?
Right.
Like because they're like we're gonna make this show, of course, as cheap as possible, but we
Yeah.
gotta pump these out. So like they're not sitting there for 3 months animating a dragon. They're
Right.
like
Right.
get a dragon on the screen, like
Right. Right now.
um.
Right now.
So yeah, like from from the standard residual stuff is generally not for it's for like the directors. Some actors, like the actors will have depending on their contract negotiations about the thing, and then sometimes like the theater gets a little kickback too, depending
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
but yeah, the
But
animators are paid a flat fee. Like
but in this case, the fucking the guy who ended up leaking the film went to jail. And
yeah,
then Paramount made the decision to just not put it out in theater, or well, select theaters, right?
it
And
was
then
it was only in New York and L.A. and it was so they could be considered for awards.
right,
So
which we'll get there, but
that's a
decided
grimy
they were only
practice,
going to
though.
put it. Yeah. They decided they were only going to put it in select theaters, and they were going to stream it on their streaming platform,
Paramount
Paramount
Plus,
or
yeah.
whatever, Paramount Plus. So the day came, and I ended up watching it twice, Saturday and Sunday, I think, last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I truth be told, I seen the ending on Twitter, and I was like, whoa, like this is emotional, it's deep or whatever. Obviously, the art style and all that shit is fire. Another director had said that he almost felt some type of like kind of pressure to animate
A
Aang,
certain
the
way, right?
show,
Yeah.
the movie, like Spider-Man, uh, Miles Morales, the Into the Spider-Verse type of
Mm-hmm.
art direction or whatever. But then he was like, bro, we're paying homage to like manga and the all that shit. So Like we gonna stick to what we know type shit, which is the ultimate right thing to do ultimately, because their art style has always been like its own thing, and it's always looked great. It's always looked beautiful. Obviously, certain scenes and shit, they turn it up to 10 to really make you, you know what I'm saying, give you a visual experience. But to start off, the actual movie itself looked great. I have no complaints. The fights, everything, great.
Wait, before we go,
Okay.
before we go any further, I just want to say there will be spoilers for both these things.
Oh yeah.
So Avatar Aang, like it probably won't be as heavy as like a Spider-Man spoiler, because you know those are like that movie's more spoiler heavy.
Yeah.
But like, but just if you want to go in like cold, just know that we will be talking about the movie and like.
And if you haven't seen it and you watch this, then go watch it after. Hopefully, we make you want to go watch it if you haven't seen it. But okay, so yeah, the visuals A1, the story, it was okay. I wasn't like blown away by it. I wasn't like necessarily underwhelmed. I think the way they set it up was very nice. Starts off with like Aang, trying to find artifacts and shit.
I think that's by design, to be honest, because I feel like if they try to make some like super grand tale, it would be like you're just gonna keep comparing like to the original series, like which had like obviously incredible writing, and an incredible story throughout. So I think it's just like, hey, this is a nice one-off adventure for when they're adults.
Yeah.
Before, you know, like not too far adults. Like we're pretty fresh as adults still.
But not too far away from Katara getting pregnant though.
Right. Yeah. But it's like that area where like, hey, we're in our 20s.
Yeah.
You know, but this is how we operate, and then we're having we're having like an adventure. You could see us having an adventure as adults, just some shit that could happen on it. But like obviously we're not having like the Fire Nation attack again or like nothing like that. So because the thing is, because it was between, you know, this and Korra, and we know Aang didn't live super long. Like he wasn't super old.
Yeah.
So they had like a window they had to work with, and we knew from Korra there wasn't anything super crazy that happened enough to where it was like passed down to Korra. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the discourse about that. You have a majority of the fans saying that Korra did not inherit any bullshit from Aang. Then you have some people that will point to the fact that Republic City was their idea, but it was corrupt. But I don't think Aang had anything to do with it.
But what I mean
corrupt.
is like there was not like a world at war when she became an avatar.
Oh yeah, no.
Like
the Republic City would be the thing though.
As everybody finds out though, like with cities, like when you create like a city with an idea in mind, as it evolves, that means the people have to be just at all times. And whenever like there's one unjust person that gets weasels in there, it just starts spiraling out of control. Because obviously Aang is dead at that point. Katara's old as fuck. Like,
Sokka's dead.
So the people running it are not the same people anymore. Like that were there back then, and they can tell you all these lofty ideals, but as we see under the underbelly, like in most metropolitan cities, like, nah, we're in it for this or this or that. So
I do think we're in a sweet spot right now with Aang and the crew being this age.
Yeah. And
what leads up to Sokka's death, because it's a mystery. And
I wish they. I hope. I know they're planning on doing more. Yeah. Because Avatar Studios split from they're by themselves now. They're split from all the other shit.
Which is good.
Nickelodeon owns the rights to Avatar and Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
And then Netflix owns the rights to the live action series. But
Yeah.
as far as anything future wise, it's all Avatar Studios.
Right.
So the new series is them, but it goes to Paramount Plus, unfortunately.
So again, we start the movie. Aang is on the hunt, looking for artifacts from his people. His
he's
tribe,
like treasure
the
hunting
airbenders.
for airbending air artifacts.
Yeah,
at different air
heirlooms and
temples
whatnot.
around the world.
So he comes across a miniature statue of an airbender that he was unfamiliar with, and he adds it to the collection. You got a group of like refugees, if you will. They were called what were they called?
The Denied.
The Denied. They're basically like, oh, the people with powers think they can do whatever they want. We're gonna figure some shit out. Whoopty whoop. So Aang discovers why they were after this particular statue that he had just found by visiting his past lives. He asked a bunch of them, yo, who is this avatar? Which her name was
Sonam.
Sonam, right? So he's going through his past lives like, yo, who is this? Who is this? Nobody has a record.
They kept saying, go further back. Go
further back.
So it was cool. You saw like avatars you never seen before.
Yeah, which was dope.
Yeah.
Comes across one avatar. He was like, oh, maybe, blah, blah, blah. He had the story. Ends up telling Aang where to go.
Like, yeah, but essentially though, there's like she's supposed to be like a legendary airbender, and because of whatever happened in her time, she removed herself from the avatar. Like she's not accessible from the avatar state. Like
right,
she removed herself from it to protect whatever knowledge that she had from her time.
Right. So Aang goes back to the crib, leaves in the middle of the night, leaves Katara a note, tells him where he's going, told her to get the band back together. So that's when we find out what everyone else has been up to. Sokka is like back at a water tribe, not necessarily. I'm assuming it was back in the southern water tribe, but I guess he's one of the leaders there. He's one of the elders, obviously, and Zuko is doing Fire Lord business. Toph is talking her shit. Still a badass.
She's developing her metal bending. That's happening.
Developing her metal bending, and she's a Sifu, training her pupils. So they all link up eventually. But Aang goes to where the one of his past lives told him to go. The Denied were there. They get into a little 1-2. He ends up finding a nigga frozen in a fucking
sphere like he was.
Yeah, like he was. So he was like, oh shit. Rescue him. The nigga come back and he's talking about this fucking spear. And it's always a spear. That's why I told Don there's always gonna be a fucking spear.
Yeah. His name is Taga.
Which he was voiced by Dave Bautista. Right? Yeah. Now,
Drax.
As we're going into the movie and whatnot, I'm starting to notice that these voice actors, most of them, especially the core group, their voice acting is not up to par with that from any of the shows to me. You can look at Korra, or you can look at The Last Airbender.
Korra has phenomenal acting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Korra's actress is great. You might not like Korra, but she's great.
The movie doesn't live up to Korra or The Last Airbender by any metric. Though we had a couple of familiar actors with Dave Bautista,
Steven Yeun,
Steven from Invincible and whatnot.
He was Zuko.
But yeah, it just that part. I mean, it kind of took me out of the film a little bit.
Interesting.
Just because it was just bland. At first, I was kind of like, why didn't you just go get the original people? Because they're all older now, but they're probably way aged up versus what they were.
I have a couple reasons here if you want them.
Sure.
So it was Mae Whitman, who was the original voice actress of Katara, confirmed that she would not be reprising the role. She remarked that despite cherishing her experience on the original show, she was excited to see actors come in who honestly could fit the role much better. Yeah, because she was getting older or whatever. So,
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
But how do you feel about that in general? I know if you're watching like
Here's another one though. And then the casting director said the decision to recast the principal characters was influenced by the increased emphasis on matching voice actors' ethnic and racial backgrounds to those of the characters they portray.
boo.
So I'm just saying that's what they said. So they tried to like make it more like, I guess, Asian American is focused.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. But on the flip of that, we have niggas bending lava in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. But
here's the thing with there's a correlation between,
and we don't know what their conversations were behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
facts. But when it comes to animated feats, I'm not as particular about who's voicing what if it's better for the role. Now, live action is where you can have.
Here's the thing: you don't like there is a way to do it, right? Like you don't have like I wouldn't voice a black character, right? I
get it.
Like, there are certain ways to do it. Now, as far as this universe goes, like it obviously it's clear it's an Asian inspired universe. Yeah. So I mean, Steven Yeun makes sense, right? Like, but like, and it's probably not, like I was telling you when you brought this up to me before when we like talked about the movie, like, because I didn't really notice it like you did. Like that stuck out to you. Mm-hmm. It didn't stick out to me and Shelby because I was more in awe of how beautiful the movie looked and the action and set pieces and what was happening. But sometimes when because like I said, this movie was in development hell for so long. Like, this movie was planned in 2021.
Yeah.
They announced in 2022 who would be directing and the voice actors. And then in 2024 was when any kind of traction started happening of making the movie. Mm-hmm. And then they didn't announce the title till 2025. So, and that was when we found out it was not going to theaters, and we were like, bro, what is happening? Like So that's how long this movie was just like lingering there, right? But on the other hand, like I can see they use most of their time for animation, which is fantastic. Mm-hmm. But when they were like just shuffling around and figuring out what to do, the voice actors probably didn't have an extensive amount of time to record, is what probably would happen. Which a lot of times happens with some of these animated features because they do that part last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I didn't notice it like you did. I don't know what made it stick out. I guess if it was just dry to you, or it just didn't have that kind of punch that you were looking for.
Nah. And then now, like it was almost
I will say like that if out of probably all of them, I know that when you said it, I was like probably Aang would probably be the most person because he was definitely kind of dry because he'd be like Sokka. Sokka was fine. Like I thought it was the same guy because he sounded pretty much similar. Right. And once Zuko talked, I was like, oh, that's Steve Yeun. Yeah. I knew immediately it was him.
The beauty about the show, though, when it came to the voice acting and shit, the animation and the voice just matched. So like when they were like really sad or really happy or over explaining and all that stuff, like the tone matched the expression. In the movie, it wasn't as, for lack of better words, it wasn't as animated like with what was happening for me. So
Look,
I was just like,
you're
that's a
looking
part of the
here.
beauty.
Look, I'm gonna give it to a music analogy is why that might be is like what we've come to know with sometimes with rappers, their mixtapes are incredible, and then you
Right.
get an album and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
You
But you
only
know,
expect,
but you know
but
what
you
happened
can't.
though, right?
What?
It's the studio interference. That's the difference. The mixtape is all the artist. The
Yeah.
album, especially a debut album, is a lot of times they're like, we're putting bread up. You're gonna do some of the shit I say to do. We're gonna cut some of the
Yeah.
shit out, clean it up, and you got to make it a commercial product, right?
Yeah.
Now it's not the case for every single artist, but we've seen it happen plenty of times. But with Avatar, the animated series, like there was no precedence before that. That was the show, right? So
Right.
they got to craft it and mold it the way they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was well received, it got a sequel series. And then the same thing happened there. They gave them like, hey, you go off. You know what I'm saying? But then so much time passed, and you see how long the movie it took to get made. Like sometimes, like they're like, okay, you spent all your budget on making this shit look nice. Like the rest of it, you know.
Yeah.
But so I'm saying we can't put probably all on the voice actors. However, like sometimes these casualties of these things happen. But like I said, I didn't notice it as much as you did. But so I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. But
No, I mean, again, because it was compelling enough.
But if you want to, if we're critiquing it as a piece of
media,
as a film, then Chris has to say what he noticed, which that's what he noticed in it. So
I also just made a weird. I have a thought, but anyways, it's I don't know if I can. I don't know if I could justify it though, but
okay,
it is interesting that it's happening. But long story short, with the film, Aang meets the guy, and they start, reconnecting. They haven't. One's been frozen in a block of ice. One has been living in the world. He has to break the news that are.
But see, the difference is this man been there for 5,000 years.
Yeah, he been there for a minute.
He's like way out of time. So because the moment he comes out, Toph is trying to help him. He's like Earthbender.
Yeah. So ain't catching them up, having to break the news that their people are gone. So when he finds all this out, he's like, "Oh no, we got to find this staff. This staff,
Sonam staff, yeah,
give
people bending,
get people bending." Now the significance to this is,
and he says he knows this because it was used on him to give him air bending.
100%.
Because he was a non-bender as well, and then he was like her most devout follower, so she gave him the ability to airbend, and he's cold basically.
And he a bad boy. But the significance of the getting the air nomads back, the film starts off again with Aang looking for these artifacts, and he's talking to Katara like, "Yo, I'm spending so much time to do this because this is, if I die, if anything happens to me, then there is no more of my people. So I want to preserve as much of this as I can." And you meet the nigga out the ice, and he's like, "I got a way to do it." Like, bro, let's go on this fucking mission. This is what I want. This is my dream. So
then also also to complete Republic City, because then we can build a air.
Right.
He's like, it'll be all complete. We'll all be in one city.
Because again, Republic City is non-benders and benders are like living in harmony.
Yeah.
So obviously there's no air.
They got the logo, but it's just him.
There's no. So they go on this little, adventure, if you call it. They literally flew through like the eye of the storm. What's the other airbender's name? Taga is, taught Aang how to fly, essentially.
They yo-yo each other through the sky, basically.
So they do some dope shit. They fly through the eye of the storm. They get the staff. Aang finds out that he's like corrupt, and the staff is like, he's trying to do all this bullshit. And Aang, One thing I do want to express, because people were like, Aang went into Avatar state like 16 times. He wasn't catching no bodies. Aang was holding back, like, for majority of his fights. He
He
did
don't
not want
kill.
to.
Yeah, he don't
Yeah,
kill.
he didn't want to do anything. Remind you.
It was like it's like Superman General Zod, bro. He was like,
Yeah,
this man is literally one of the
I have
last.
no choice
Yeah, but
type
like
shit.
I didn't have any other. He made me do it, but
Yeah,
he took forever to do it, which caused all that destruction. That's why he was like,
yeah.
I can't stop. I gotta stop this man. But
Um, but if you watch the original show, Aang went out of his way to figure out a way to stop the Fire Lord without killing him, because that goes against everything that he was taught, being a air monk. So to have that much restraint, first and foremost, to understand this as a child, knowing that he can do it. Most children was like, I'm finna off this nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like, he caused you too much destruction. But for Aang to show that much restraint as a child and trying to figure out a way not to kill the Fire Lord, and ultimately developing a new technique and taking away the bending was a feat in itself. So as the adult, he's going to be
obviously
those are still his principles.
And then secondly, like the main thing, like even Sono, because when he touches the staff, he gets to talk to her one-on-one. She's basically like, what did you do? Why'd you like that's when he finds out like really what he's about. But the thing is, he's just an extreme version of an airbender. Like, he's just like, in his time, everybody else kept trying to come for the air. Like, the airbenders were like the ones that they bullied on because they were the monks. So in that time, it was like kind of lawless. Everybody was just, if it wasn't them, it was them taking our stuff. So he was just all about the preservation and protection of the airbenders. And because Sonam was a pacifist, she wouldn't kill her people either. So basically, he took the Punisher approach. Is like, hey, I'm going to off those if they try to hurt my people. That's it. So he became like a beast. He got like the Hulk airbending powers, basically. So, like he told Aang, if you get in my way, I'm gonna kill you too, bro. And just to prove it, I killed your friends.
Well, he thought.
But I'm saying he because he like, I gotta give it to him. He put the paws on them.
Ultimately, Aang does stop him and destroys the staff, and in doing so, Taga ends up starting to, I don't know, dissipate, turn to dust. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever energy was keeping him there was gone. So,
but they shared a beautiful like quote to each other, like that their people like told as he was fading away, and Aang was like dropping a tear as he was falling through the sky. That was like probably like I want to get what they said tatted. Like, that shit is fire. Like, that's one thing. Again, when you have writing that fire and the voices can't deliver. Now, I will say for that scene, they delivered. 100% emotional. Shit was happening. They delivered that line. Those lines, rather. I ain't mad at that part. But
it's about to
when you
himself.
have when you have like that type of pen with that old monk, like, fucking be at peace with yourself in the world type of talk, you want that to be delivered by goddamn, you feel me, like whoever, like the most perfectest poet you ever heard. So it's like,
it was definitely, that was one of the best moments. Just like to say, hey,
and I mean,
forgive yourself, bro. Both like they both tell each other,
we
like,
both we both
yourself.
have to, like, we both have to. And you know, once everything settles down, goddamn, the crew gets back together. They go do some more adventuring, and they find air bison,
like a full
flock of them,
like a full bolo,
which was another touching moment. And as you know, the air bison were the original airbenders that taught them how to air, like the nomads how to airbend. So um obviously,
It's like a hopeful moment.
yeah,
And then
we're going to,
also a lot of the people from Denied are now airbending students.
yeah. Yeah. So as far as the movie, the story, the animation, and everything goes, I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's
Again,
good
that
score.
voice acting just like took me out, especially because of what I'm accustomed to. But I like you said though, like we're gonna give y'all like a little sample size what the gang's been up to. We're not trying to make this a grandiose event or whatever. That's gonna come later.
Yeah.
So take this offering. And I definitely do think that as far as animation goes, I don't think I've seen seen anybody talking about anything worth note. So they definitely should win something for that movie as far as
It's
animation
gorgeous.
goes.
It is
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Because they go to like way crazier locales than
yeah.
like
Just yeah,
that. Because like even them like climbing that mountain, like the detail they put on just the mountain itself. Like I was like that first air temple. I was like, oh my god, this is incredible. Like
yeah.
just
The fan thing.
God, everything was incredible in there.
I also thought it was dope that where she was hiding like her spirit or whatever,
The
where
realm, yeah.
yeah, the lion turtles or whatever, like
Oh yeah, the
the
island, Turtle
skeleton.
Islands.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I thought that was a nice touch for sure.
that was where they originated. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. Fire,
um,
very fire.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely 100% worth a watch. It's on Paramount Plus. You can get a free trial through Amazon Prime if you really want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know people aren't as keen on the animation style of the new show, but they are dropping the whole series day one. So I'm watching that
100%.
ASAP 10. It's dropping in October. I'm really excited to see what they got, especially if with the Save Squad doing it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for that. But
Bef-
definitely watch that shit.
Before we jump into Spider-Man, because I know that's why everybody's really here. The thought that I had earlier, I want to put it on your brain, pause, and see how you feel. I've seen obviously there has been a uptick within the last like 2 or 3 years. I'll give it like the last two for sure. There's been an uptick with cinema. Like people are going to movies again.
Yeah,
People are making interesting things.
it's been a good year.
Been a good couple of years. And my thought was when you brought up the music analogy was is cinema's like uptick due to the decline of music that's happening right now? Because if one area of the arts is suffering, something else has to take
That's place.
precedence.
Okay.
And obviously, my man Tom Holland popped the year off. Timothy Chalamet popped the year off and saying like, "Yo, I love movies. I want to do this for as long as I can. I do not want cinema to become
Opera
was it ballet? Opera or ballet?
Opera the ballet.
Which is a fair assessment to make, okay? Because in its day, that shit was fire. That was the bee's knees. This is what we do to entertain ourselves. Look how talented this fat lady is who is singing right now. She can hit notes that we didn't even know that existed. And then that shifted into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So everything has its turn around the sun, obviously, but no, music has declined. That's just what it is. Like we've had good songs here and there, we've had minor moments, but again, the era that we like made our bread and butter in, bread and bacon, whatever you want to call it, music was everything. with the Kanye's, early Taylor, with like early Drake, early Kendrick, these moments that they cannot replicate today. Like they just can't. Nobody can, from the top to the bottom. So I think people's attention and yearning for art, whether you're on the side of watching it, critiquing it, or creating it, that's where the cultural like this is where the cultural zeitgeist is right now. Like movies are back. Like, and and people are like creating letterboxes and posting this shit now. Like, I wrote a review about a movie and how it made me feel.
Yeah.
You can't pay a nigga to rap or sing a song and get that type of like dedication about what I just listened to, because the music has been lackluster for a while. And if the music business or like the streaming companies actually posted what was happening for real, I guarantee you people's back catalog is out doing the new shit across the board. But that's not good for optics. So whatever Drake drops today will have to be presented in a way to where music is still selling. And we're not worried about that old shit. It's almost like what Chris Paul said, the NBA is trying to like wash out that Kobe, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Jamal Crawford era. Like they didn't exist. And then the question comes up, how are all these like 3-year rookie players breaking all these records when I know what James Harden did that season? I know what Westbrook did that season with a recorded triple-double every game.
Average a triple-double, yeah.
So how are all these people breaking these records and they just started playing basketball? Like they are actively trying to wipe history away of things that people that are alive, that are functioning, can actually see.
What even that long ago? Yeah.
Wasn't that long ago. But when I'm riding, like my dad listens to today's oldies, which would be like, you know, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and the 90s R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like older people listening to that. I listen to that. You listen to that more than what's being put out today. On a regular is what I'm saying. So if the streaming services and the music execs and shit actually showed us that data, I know the old is kicking the news ass across the board. So that was the thought that I was thinking when I said that. Like, movies are in a really great place. I hope they stay there. And
it's gonna go up and down.
Yeah, we just keep getting like great shit. But I definitely know that people's attention is not on music in the way that it used to be. And that was my TED talk. That was my rant. But what do you think about that though?
Yeah, I mean there has to be some truth to it. I don't know if it's like a direct correlation, but like it's got, I mean, people want, you know, I mean, people will, you know, go to these things if it means something, right? Like, I mean, especially when, like, right now when the world is so uncertain as it is, like, we need some kind of levity somewhere. Like, so if I'm gonna spend my bread to go see a movie, it gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? So, or it's gotta be unique. Like, I think the benefit this year, we've got a lot of like really unique things that came out, like especially with the Backrooms and Obsession thing, like those blew up. Like that was cool. Like like those small horror things that are like, you know, very indie, very niche, but they did really well because guess what? The movies were good.
Yeah. Like,
and people are realizing like, oh, you don't need all this to make an incredible movie. And then just, I think the output has been good. And also it hasn't been like, other than July, like it hasn't been like, oh, it's been like every week there's like,
it ain't been
some
going
big
like
blockbuster. Yeah. So like the year has been paced enough where you're like, okay, I said other than July, like you had it just happened to be that way, and then it won't happen again until December. But there's been a lot of room for these movies to like kind of breathe, and you can see them, and then and it's good to see like people are buying movies again because like digital sales are also booming on like those big movies, and like because like Supergirl did not do well at the theaters, but it's doing well on digital right now. People are actually buying it to see it. So they didn't want to go out their way to see it in theaters, but now they're being like, you know what? Let me watch it to make sure, like, just to be like, it can't be that bad. And people are like,
form my own opinion.
And people are actually like defending that movie now because it kind of got a second life on digital. Which is why I was surprised Avatar didn't even make it to theaters because like I was like, bro,
yeah.
But
even with He-Man, like I didn't with the type of film that He-Man was, I thought it was perfect for the internet. There's a lot of memeable shit. He Who Shall Not Be Named did really good as Skeletor. That boy
he's not doing good right now.
Just caught a wild case. When that shit
Another
happened,
one.
It just made me think about that fucking Doom reveal, bro. When I told you I saw that video of somebody at the fucking what do you call it? Comic-Con? What when they did the reveal?
The Hall H panel, yeah, like,
yeah, and somebody literally I was like, dog, it's just so funny. But yeah, He-Man I thought was a good movie. It definitely took me back to watching like.
Well, the problem was they called it Masters of the Universe, not He-Man. So.
Yeah. Well, He-Man, you know, with the you know how niggas is with the titles and shit like that.
But that movie didn't do well in theaters either.
No, but again, it's doing. I think I've been seeing a lot of people talk about it now that it's on Amazon.
Digital,
So yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that there's something to that. And word of mouth has always been like the number one leading factor to people going to go see or listen or try or eat or whatever. So like where we used to rave about like, oh my God, this fucking Late Registration album is crazy, bro. You ain't heard that shit? Like, bro, oh my God. And then people listen to us like, oh my God, yeah, this is good. And nobody's doing that for no albums. Nobody. For any album. So I'm not saying there's not good music being made today. I'm just saying there isn't music that is causing enough moment to shift everyone's attention to this. Like Lemonade did.
Yeah.
Or like GNX did. Or like even I would say Drake, like Nothing Was the Same. Like there wasn't a moment like that. 444, Jay-Z. It didn't stop everything. Yeah. I remember when 444 dropped and niggas did not have title, did not want to make the account, did not have the money. We trying to figure it out. The whole timeline talking about, is he dissing Kanye, the Kumbaya, da. Like nobody is, and even if they did, it's not enough to keep the discourse going for this album to have a life outside of the first 2 weeks that it drops. And that is very evident. But anyways, that was my rant. On to bigger and better shit.
On to a brand new day.
A brand new day.
So, we finally made it to the next highly anticipated Spider-Man brand new day. There has been endless talk about this movie since it's been released. It's been announced with every set photo, what is happening, who's in it, who's not in it, who's who. And they really kept a lot under wraps for the most part. And it's just been I feel like it's been a long wait. Like, because they announced it so long ago. Like, it's just been, people have been really wanting this movie. I think this one in particular, like, I feel like even with this before Doomsday, like, people were like, okay, Doomsday's in December. I'm worried about Spider-Man right now. Like, so it's finally here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off.
Let's rip it off.
This shit is 100% worth your time. I don't care where you're at on your Spider-Man journey. This movie is one of them ones. And I'm not talking about just in the Marvel Pantheon. I'm talking about just in general.
In general.
It's one of them ones. The cast all came to play.
Yeah.
The director had some very cool and unique shots and just ideas for this movie.
When niggas say they took this shit from the comic book, bruh, I don't think a film has encapsulated that better than what they did with the montages we
and
got.
him telling us that he also took the fighting and action scenes from the games, the Insomniac Spider-Man games, clearly evident when you watch the movie on how these things are framed and what's happening. And if you ever want to see a movie just about Spider-Man, like, this is the one. Like, because even like, this is not really the spoiler yet, but like, he's in costume for almost 85% of this movie. Like, you don't see Peter Parker that often. It's mostly him in his costume, because at this point in his life, 4 years after the spell, he is Spider-Man. Nobody knows who Peter Parker is, remember? So like, he's living that, like, he's literally living that, like day by day. And this movie encapsulates that and shows that, and it shows kind of what that does to a person.
Yeah.
And then it shows the resilience of course, Spider-Man, that he continues to do it even though he's alone, essentially.
Yeah.
Which I think is the most beautiful thing about this movie, is that because it comes with that most emotional weight, and what everybody feared would happen did not happen, which I'm so proud of, that they didn't try to, in the first 10 minutes, be like, okay, this is what happened last movie, but we did this, so now everybody remembers who Peter Parker is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I knew they weren't gonna do that though. I never thought that was a thing.
Well, that was a worry a lot of people had, that they, like, Marvel kind of like will flip the script just to be like, this isn't that, and then they just kind of like plot explaining away.
They gave us the Spider-Man that we know and love.
Yes.
And I'm going to say a bold claim. I'm going to say a couple bold claims.
Okay, let's do it.
The first one, Tom Holland is unequivocally, this film alone, not the past three.
Just say it.
He is the best Spider-Man we have.
Just say it. Just say it.
He's literally the best. Now, I will say this.
Yeah.
He would not be the Spider-Man that he is without his predecessors.
Of course.
I even thought to myself during the film, that's Andrew right there. And that's Toby right there.
Oh, yeah.
There was, I think Tom Holland developed the perfect Peter, the perfect Spider-Man. And he had to take from both of them. And what I also think is rather this was done on purpose, or Tom did his own work to develop Peter's personality and mentality and shit, and Spider-Man's. His suit, for instance, I just watched the interview today. He tried on Toby's, he tried on Andrew's, and they took the best parts of their suits to make his new suit that he's in the film. Yeah. Which I thought was dope. But meeting them, he took the best part of them in the actual film as well, and encompass that. Because I mean, technically, they are him. We are Venom type shit. You feel me? Like they are all Peter. They are all Spider-Man. Yeah. So like they're big brothers in a sense to Peter, and he took from them, and that was very evident. So you could say he had an upper leg in that, and being like, I could take from Andrew. Andrew's got like this type of like quirky thing, but he got heart and like spunk or whatever. And Toby's like very stoic and whoop whoop. And he brought all that shit in. I thought he executed that perfectly, which is why I will debate whoever. Tom Holland is Spider-Man. Fuck the big three, nigga. It's just Big Me, bruh. 100%.
Because
100%.
The one thing that Tom Holland has perfected in his time as an actor from beginning to now is the sad
The puppy dog eyes, bro.
Because my God, every time he gets to the point where he's in a very distraught and he like wants to cry, but he stops himself. But it's like the half, like, bro, I like feel it in my chest. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker is sad as shit.
Yeah.
And there is some very emotional stuff in this movie.
Mhm.
And I know what made it work for him was because his wife was acting next to him in a lot of those scenes.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like I could imagine like him thinking like if my wife told me this, I would be like
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
thinking like I'm gonna act like this is Zendaya talking to me right now.
Right.
And
Which,
it
by the way, let
yeah.
me say this: Zendaya acting was dope, but this probably the best she's looked on screen for me.
Oh, okay, got it.
She what like because I never was like like googly eyed over Zendaya. She's a very beautiful girl though,
Yeah.
but she just don't wet my whistle. But in the film, she pulls off that fresh out of college, I'm glowing, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I got my shit together thing very, very well. Like the type of chicks that wear the cardigans like just on their arms, like not covering their body, but like is like wrapped around type shit hair, but she was fire, bro. Chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss. And Tom looked great too. Tom looked great. I don't know what creatine, protein powder. I
I
don't know,
mean, he
but the
is,
boy got a little. You know what I'm saying? He got a little big, bro. Pause, super pause. But anyways, go on
and
with the
we
same.
can't understate the MVP of the movie, the sixth man of the movie, I should say, the
Oh, the
motherfucking
Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah,
What
give it
an
up for him,
incredible
bro.
addition.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they kept a lot of his stuff under wraps because we knew he was in it. They didn't put him in the trailer much because I'm glad because all those moments are golden.
About the Punisher though, before we go too
Yeah.
fast, I just want to read this, and I'm going to read my reply to this. Okay, it's a little bit long winded, but stay with me. The
Okay.
Punisher doesn't feel like the Punisher anymore. Frank Castle has a major role in Spider-Man Brand New Day, but I feel Marvel changed what made the character so iconic. Frank has a much bigger role than expected. He is more lighthearted and cracks jokes throughout the movie. He works closely with Spider-Man. Some scenes don't feel like something the classic Punisher would do. The change is especially noticeable after the Punisher One Last Kill, where he was portrayed as ruthless and violent. Marvel seems to have toned him down to fit Spider-Man's lighter PG-13 tone. Spider-Man's lighter PG-13 tone. While it may feel like a natural evolution of the character, this version of Frank Castle is very different from the one fans loved in Daredevil and the Punisher. Personally, I think the best way to do justice for the Punisher is to keep him out of PG-13 movies. A little bit long-winded, like I said. My reply to that was, he was about to snipe a kid.
He did though.
Well, he did, but
Yeah.
a woman at that.
Yeah, he was about to take her out. Yeah.
If that don't scream the Punisher, I don't know what else does.
The only thing he didn't say was the only thing that really they didn't make him do was say the F word.
Yeah, but he was going to kill Sadie Sink or Stink or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
He was going to do that.
Look, but he was cussing up a storm too. He just didn't say the F word.
Yeah. But yeah, Punisher 6-man award of the year. I mean, I like the fact that Peter or Spider-Man and his chemistry was built off screen. It wasn't like they were, because I ain't gonna lie, I first thought, oh, they just happened to be on the same path to whatever.
Yeah.
So like they're figuring each other out throughout the movie.
No, that's not what happened.
It was a pleasant surprise that fucking John or whatever.
He's like, because he's like, I saved you on Staten Island, and they bring it up several times, and he's like, bro, stop bringing this shit up again. Like,
yeah. That was a nice touch that they already met off screen instead of like building a new relationship.
And Shelby was like, leaned over, she was like, do we know what happened on Staten Island? I was like, no, Shelby, it's not. It's just a thing. They have rapport. They know each other. And then like him kicking out the car, Just like
He slapped him out the car and then webbed his mouth.
yeah,
Very
and basically
comical.
like kind of like yeah, I'm younger than you, but I could beat your ass. Like let me
Yeah,
do let's.
easily.
But
Easily.
but you know
Very
but but I think to that person that made that post, like I think they're kind of like losing the point of the reason he was like that, because he clearly understands that Spider-Man, regardless if he doesn't know his identity or not, he understands he's a younger person.
yeah.
And regardless of how he says, like you could tell he has respect
Like
and like care.
yeah.
He cares for him in some kind of way, because like when he asked for help, he was like, "All right, fuck, come on." Like
Yeah.
just like he's like an uncle, bro. Like really, he like that as an uncle
Exactly. He is
vibe.
and not only that, I mean, you spend that much time with a person, however much time they spent, and Frank sees the despair in Spider-Man and that he has lost something.
Yeah, he knows.
He might not know what or who or what, but he knows. Like when a nigga like Frank, you like that went through what he went through, you can smell that shit a mile away. So while he sees Peter still being like this kid, he doesn't treat him like a kid because he knows he done seen and felt some real. He knows he's been to war, literally. Well, he might not know about the end game and shit, but he knows he suffered some type of loss. So I think that like you said, you nailed that perfectly. Like he's definitely giving that type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? And it worked. It works. That got a lot of laughs out of me. And then when Frank needed to be serious with him,
yeah, he did. He was. Yeah,
he was serious. Like, kind of spoiler, but he was like, "Bro, if you love her, tell her, but don't do it in the mask. Let her see who you are." Type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it feels like. Just the banter, like the shit your uncle's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? When you see his nephew about to crash out or some shit. But as far as the story goes, though, very cut and dry. Some shit going on. Somebody is manipulating some shit. Peter's the only one who can sense it.
Yeah, but they can't figure out what's going on.
Can't figure it out. And everything is directed towards this government hush shit.
To damage control. The organization damage control. Yeah.
That all the attacks have been on damage control. So Peter, Frank, which Peter is very tight with the police chief. Didn't catch her name. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, she's like they're like phone calling each other and
regular day.
Intel, yeah.
She knows enough about him to know that he works too much
and he has headaches. Yeah.
And he knows enough about her, though he didn't come right out and say it. He pays attention to her life as well. But probably again just scared to make a connection again, especially in their line of work. Like I don't want to get to know somebody again and like I lose them. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, she is a stand-in for Aunt May. Essentially.
Yeah, she is she's definitely a voice of reason. She was not like she wasn't like one of those like overbearing cops either. She was like
I'm gonna get you, Spider-Man.
Very reasonable. Yeah. But but on top of all that, basically what's with him essentially just being nonstop Spider-Man, his spider DNA is starting to evolve and overtake his human side, so he's getting more like spider-like, and his powers are increasing. Is why he's getting headaches and
his abilities.
Other things on his body change. I will say that there's no like man spider thing that happens. Like he doesn't turn into a spider.
No,
I think they were supposed to have like a dream sequence where he did, but they said it was too graphic, so they took it out. But
probably for the best.
Yeah, but Hulk is in the movie, but he is definitely just a very small part. Like I get why they didn't want to show too much because it's not much. Which I'm completely fine with. It worked for the what happened. Like I didn't need him again because it would like if he's fighting together, I was like that would have been over in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But so that it was a cool like team up though, and it was a good moment that happened between the two, especially the fight because Spider-Man was getting some good moves on him too. Like, um, this is a slight spoiler. Like there was a part where Hulk's outside of the building, and then Spider-Man uses like the webs on
Shocker.
these pieces, and he webs them around the building to kind of
Yeah.
like stick them. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, that's pretty clever. Um, and then, but and I'm not gonna do
Full
full spoilers
spoilers.
because I feel like it would ruin someone's experience
Mhm.
on some of this. But like the Sadie Sink's character um is like she's all go. She has like I'm telling you right now, when she says she gonna do something, she does that shit, and she is one step ahead of Peter the entire time. There's a part where Peter goes outside, and it happened because he like fell out the window or whatever.
Mhm.
But she took the opportunity to go into his apartment and then control people down the street just to be like, I'm already in your apartment. I told you to leave me alone.
Yeah.
Now I got your girlfriend's address, and I'm gonna go take her a visit.
Yeah.
And she's like, beat me there. I go fast, and she's like literally brain hopping all the way through New York
Yeah.
while Spider-Man's trying to catch her. And it's just like she was like not playing. She told him, if you come against me again, I'm gonna take care of your shit, bro. Because she's just looking for one thing and one thing only: information on something called VMAX. That's all she wants to know. And boy, she is not playing no games. I'll tell you that. Ain't no games being played.
100%.
And she
Maybe
has
next.
brutal moments. Like
Maybe
as yeah.
maybe next episode we go full spoiler.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll give him a little more time, and
Yeah,
then I
we'll
can
go full spoiler next
go
week.
off that. But she don't play no games.
Yeah.
There is some brutal emotional moments on here.
Mm-hmm.
There is incredible fight sequences, especially uses of the Spider-Man powers, especially with his new stuff that he gets. And the pacing in this movie is also really good.
Yeah.
The movie's 2.5 hours, and they keep that shit moving at a nice clip. Like you're not like nothing drags on too long.
Yeah.
And I know of course, there's levity and funny moments, but like they don't overkill with like a joke a minute thing. And there's a really good cameo in this movie that was never spoiled, and I'm glad it wasn't because I'm glad that they were in this movie this randomly. It was a very funny inclusion. The spa house, Chris.
Say that again.
The cameo they met at the spa house. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah.
What just the
Oh yeah, that was my top. Yeah,
I was not expecting that at all, and I was like, oh, this is a good like inclusion.
Not going to spoil it or anything, but obviously MJ and Ned are in the film.
Well, yeah,
and
yes.
Their relationship, all three of them. I don't want to like separate anything because Peter does have a moment with both of them that is like
separately, yeah.
But
and it's been and we didn't say it's been 4 years since No Way Home. So like he was watching them go into college, and then now they're about to graduate MIT. So that's how far along it's been.
So ultimately, Sadie's character is the villain, and again, Spider-Man is trying to figure out what to do, how to stop it, where to go, and then the damage control guy. I mean, that what's the dude's name? The black dude. I know he's been popping. No, he was in
Trammell. Trammell.
He was in Mission Impossible or whatever, and
he's in that TV
the show on the Apple. Ben Stiller doing
Trammell Tillman. Yeah.
Hats off to my brother. He did a good job.
He's in Severance. Yeah.
Severance, but obviously, anytime there's big corporation, we're on your side. We like the little guy. You know, there's gonna be some bullshit that come with that. And I do have a few things that I didn't too much like. Okay, so Sadie's character obviously has abilities. that are similar to a character on a show that she was recently on, kinda a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe there were certain moments that she had in the movie where I was like, okay, she can act. But then other times it's really just her. I mean, she's talking through people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Because
we
she's
don't get
physically
much.
in it for not much
Yeah,
time.
yeah, we don't get much of her. So I can't really say like, oh, she's a bad
Yeah.
actress, or
Mhm.
she'll even portray this character in a bad way if we ever see her again. But I don't know. Something about that just felt like, okay. Like
Yeah.
maybe it was because it wasn't her film and she wasn't
Yeah.
a significant part. So it was like we can,
Yeah, she didn't get a lot of like wiggle room to act because like I said, she wasn't physically in it too much. There was one big like weighty moment where that I thought was good, but I mean that's like the one scene they gave her like for real. Because like you said, she was talking through other people and or just being secretive under a hood. So I think you know, yeah, it's more of a spoiler though, but
yeah.
but there's ways later that that could change, um but there's not much she could really done about that, like because of the nature of what was happening,
Right.
because we were really getting other actors pretend to be her,
Yeah.
like with there was a funny sequence with the Punisher at one point, for
Yeah.
instance, like
Yeah.
and then seeing the change in
Which I knew that was coming, and there was an audible gasp coming
yeah
from. I went to the movie with Diamond.
yeah
So I instantly thought, oh no, this nigga finna get hurt bad. But speaking of audible gasping though,
yeah.
how was your theater? Were
It was
they
packed. It was
into it?
loud. They were
Yeah,
loud.
okay. Yeah. I had people clapping and
Yeah, they were hooting,
gasping, like,
hollering.
yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those nights. Yeah,
We sat next to I'm gonna assume a couple. And after the movie, the guy gets up. I guess he goes to the bathroom. So mind you, I'm in the middle. Diamond's here. There's an empty seat, and then the guy's there, but he gets up. So the girl slides over to his seat. So I'm seeing her on my peripheral. I'm like, she's literally staring at me and Diamond. I see her out of my peripheral. So I'm thinking maybe she's like trying to see if like we're familiar, or like she didn't know how to like ask something. So I'm seeing her though, and I'm just sitting like this. So she literally, we went to Studio Movie Grill, so got the trays. She literally slams her hands on the tray in the empty seat next to me and leans over with eyes wide and was like, "So what did you guys think?" And me and Donovan were like, "Yo," and so I was like, "Oh, I mean, yeah, it was good." I was like, definitely his best movie. And then she just goes on this whole Spider-Man thing, and this is what this meant, and these are for those people, and he's going there, and we were just like, "Yeah, bro, yeah, cool." So I start sinking in my seat, like, cause she's just going, and so
yeah,
Diamond leans over. So now I got two women doing this, and I'm just here, and so I'm just sitting like this,
yeah.
like, okay. So dude comes back, they leave, and me and Diamond wait for the after credit scene because she started talking while the credit was rolling. So after the scene, we still sitting there after the after credit, and Diamond was like, "Are you ready to go?" I said, "Bro, I was ready when homegirl started talking, like, because I seen her trying to like jump rope. She was waiting to jump in,
Yeah,
and
she
me and
was.
Diamond weren't even talk. Well, we were talking, but like, I mean, she probably didn't know it wasn't nothing serious, but like, she was very excited about the movie. 100%.
I could
She's definitely
tell.
one of those people that are going to see that movie multiple times. Multiple. I want to see it again.
So what? Oh, I definitely do.
I want to see it again. Easy.
But we did have a funny theater moment. It's not really about like Spider-Man itself, but it was in the theater. So Shelby always gets those big ass pretzels from AMC, those really big ones. So she had it open, and the dude that walked because I said it was packed, so every seat was taken. But there was a girl who was like, "Excuse me." She looked down. She's like, "Damn, that's a big ass pretzel." Like,
yeah, them bitches do be big though.
yeah, but they were up there yelling. There was a lot of people dressed as Spider-Man in that motherfucker.
Yeah. I got me a diamond matching t-shirts. I was like, this is easily the gayest shit I've ever done.
Yes. Super gay.
Easily. Easily the gayest shit I ever done.
But yeah, man, I really want to say more about but like what I really can say is just beautifully shot movie. It looks great. Like nothing is like cheap. Like nothing looks like shit in this movie. The acting is great. The action sequences are great. Everybody does a good job. Like, I feel like this. I mean, it's easily going to make $1 billion. Like, I don't think that's a question. It's
easily Tom's best outing as well. Easily.
I'm just waiting. It really made me want to be like, well, what? Because
what's next?
Because it gives you that Spider-Man Returns, but doesn't tell you what. So you're like, bro, where are you at, bro? But I mean, I was excited to be excited again.
Yeah, for sure.
It was, because I see all of them, but like this one, I was like I felt like real good after like watching it. It was like after watching the Odyssey, I was like, that was a good movie, man.
Yeah,
like, that was a
easily
good time.
As far as American culture, pop culture goes, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, the big three. So anytime one of those,
but for some reason, Superman's hard to make. Yeah, I don't know why, but
because there's a part of America that has their own idea of how Superman should be.
Unless he's mixed with Batman, then it's like, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, but Batman's only been one way, so it's easy to nail Batman. And Spider-Man's only been.
I wouldn't say it's easy to nail Batman.
Yeah, I wouldn't say easy is a little deserving. I do have my last. What did I call it earlier? I guess hot take or
topic
point to make topic. For the foreseeable future, even though I just said I want to see Spider-Man again, Marvel will crumble. Okay, Rock Nation, Marvel will never see another red cent from me ever again. I told Dawn the other day, once all the announcements have been made about all the canceled either films, shows, Mahershala dropping out of Blade finally, like, I'm done with this, I'm moving on.
They don't want
a lot of black centered shows or movies have been wiped off Disney slate for whatever reason. Wonder Man was Emmy nominated, a niche show. Not everybody knew what was going on, but once people tuned in, saw what it was, it was like, oh no, this shit is goated. 2 Emmy nominations, I believe. Dalton expressed that the show was originally going to be a one and done anyways, but the reception of the show was so well, Disney was like, let's run that shit back. And as soon as they said they was going to run that shit back, I was like, actually, no, we're not. Now, I don't necessarily blame Marvel as much as I blame Disney, because on the other side of the spectrum, there have been a lot of layoffs through Disney, whether it's through ESPN or anything else Disney related, for whatever reason. Now, while a lot of other non-black people did get let go from Disney, what went viral were the black firings, which was Dalton's Man, Pots and Pans, $100 grand, Cam Newton, and Ryan Clark.
When he was a player, as a personality, he's not that great. He's not your man. He's not my favorite person.
Yeah, I guess I got to specify.
Yeah.
Which era Cam was Dalton and Cam was Dalton's man. But I just can't sit back and not stand up to something like this. This is kind of blatant to me that whatever Disney's there's a word I'm looking for, I can't call it. Whatever their objective is, it ain't in the black. And that's fine. Now I know some people will be like, well, look, we're getting another Black Panther. They recasted T'Challa, which was a big deal. That's something that we missed from earlier. We didn't get to talk about. And Ryan Gosling got cast as Ghost Rider. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But the ultimate fact of the matter is we have Black people that are going without a job. Now, a lot of these people are talented enough to land on their feet. I'm not worried about that. But the idea that we can't figure out what to do with Blade, Armored Wars, and all these other things that just I know Ironheart wasn't that good to begin with. That gave me like UPN vibes. I know, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But yeah, I don't like it. And so I never actively boycotted something with my mind on it before. Like Target was, like I said, I had some slip ups. Okay, I had some slip ups, but I didn't actively boycott Target. Yeah. Even with the H&M thing back in the day with the coolest monkey and the
coolest monkey in the jungle.
Jungle. I wasn't an avid H&M goer, anyways.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah,
of course it was like fucked up. Like I don't stand for that, but like me expressing that, I mean, I already don't shop there. But I will watch a Marvel show. I will go to the movie. Obviously, I will buy their merch. So I'm like, I can't support that. At least until Disney or someone explains. And not only that, we start to see some more Black people there. And all this DEI bullshit that people want to try to pass off, or you go woke, you go broke, all that bullshit. I'm not really trying to hear that, because now we're talking about people's time invested, money spent, training or whatever, studying for the role, whatever went into these roles and films and time. But the ultimate thing they can't get back is their time. And today, like Dalton said earlier, with the way that the world is going, time is like the only real currency we have. We choose to spend it where we want, how we want, on things that we find important. And for a corporation to waste people's time in this way, I can't stand for that. And again, more to the fact of Disney, where you lay off a Ryan Clark.
But he was on air. They fired him on air.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, we not
during
even
a commercial break.
We're not even finna get into the crux of all that. Where you have the on air firing of Ryan Clark. Negative press is being put out again against the Black journalists for ESPN. Positive is Pat McAfee is getting paid more than fucking NBA players a year. Now, I know it's the whole organization, everything that takes to run his show. It's all encompassing. Like, he's not pocketing that money, but you basically get rid of players to get more cap space to keep or acquire.
Essentially, it's like they said, every time they fire somebody, he gets more money. Like, it's just like.
I'm not big on sports talk at shows at all.
Yeah.
I did not know who Pat McAfee was until him and Stephen A had their little tip. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know he was number one. I didn't know
he was. I knew
Steve Stout, not Steve Stout.
Stewart.
Steve Stout is the executive. I knew him. I knew Stephen A. I knew Skip. You know, Mad Dog. I fuck with Mad Dog because he is so delusional. But
Shannon Sharp.
These are the guys that Shannon Sharp, obviously, but like these are the guys that made like true impact on my life and in the culture around me. So like Pat McAfee, in my mind, oh, he's for them over there. Like he's their Stephen A. or whatever. And he ain't doing nothing over here for me. Nothing. I didn't even know the nigga existed. So that many people in America or online or whatever are into his show. I don't want the nigga to lose no money. You know, do your thing. Just don't take it away from the niggas. I don't understand. Y'all are a billion times over $1 billion company. I don't get that. So again, I can't spend no money. Dalton said, and I know he meant it. He was not joking. I'll give you the reviews on the movies because I'm going. And I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at nobody that still supported.
I am gonna just see Doomsday. You gotta do it.
Can't do it.
I have to do it.
I'll watch that shit on 1, 2, 3 movies or something. But I can't.
1, 2, 3 movies. That still exists.
Do it. I don't know. I don't know. That's the one that just popped up in my head.
They've been cracking down on that bootleg shit like crazy, man.
They could try.
Yeah.
But if a nigga could break into Paramount and get Avatar, there's a nigga that's gonna have
paying for it, though.
Somebody got the whole Odyssey on Twitter right now. So
I saw someone put it on they were making fun of it. They were putting on calculators and shit. But
yeah. But yeah, I just can't do it, bro. I just can't do it. And we got so much like.
Hey, I respect it, man.
I don't want to get into like the thick of it or whatever. But rest in peace to Nolan Ryan. The case is fucking crazy. But I told Miles the other day, we driving in Mansfield. Obviously, we're getting into like that preppy.
Oh yeah.
Part of town where everybody wears fucking Sperry's and khaki shorts and ball caps. I look at a white dude right in his eye. And I turned to Dalton and I said, any nigga that looked like one of them preppy college boy fucks, I'm on that with them. I'm on that with them, bruh. I'm on that with them. I'm sorry. It's not even like I've seen so much like negativity around the Nolan Wells case that like it was like fed to me and like I'm enraged. Like it's like, nah, nigga, I just like this is my enemy for real. Like I just feel that way, bro. Like they already try to give niggas, and it ain't even just black people. It's anybody they deem under them. They already give people they ass to kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how that air they walk in, that arrogance. So it's like this is all the type of niggas that Nolan was hanging around. Those type of dudes that I'm talking about. So it's like, I ain't trying to incite nothing. I'm just telling you where I'm at with it. It's up. Nigga even talk to me the wrong way. Or say, hurry up and put some shit in the bag. Or not even, he ain't even got to be rude. Can you bag this for me, please, sir? I'm giving him my ass to kiss.
Can you bag for me, sir? What the fuck you say to me?
Yeah, like, you want me to do what?
Bag this shit yourself, boy.
No, we don't bag shit. This is a new policy. It just started right now, actually. We don't bag shit. And then I want him to stand by the door when a little old Chinese lady walk up. And I'm, oh, how you doing? Are you okay? Let me get that for you. Let me put that in the bag. I want him to see me bagging, nigga. And then I want him to do something. Because he going to meet Rocky and Bullwinkle. Okay? You feel me? But like I said, I ain't trying to get into all that. Rest in peace to the young king. Justice for him. And you feel me? Yeah, I ain't fucking with the mouse, bro. I don't fuck with no rats.
Hey, okay, I respect it, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will say,
you do sound like you hit like a setting on your microphone though. You sound digitized or something.
I do.
Yeah, like you sound like you're going into the phone on the Matrix. That sound that happens.
All right, hold on. What now?
No, it still sound like Zordon.
I'm gonna check the feed real quick.
Yeah, it just started. Like technical difficulties, people.
No, you still sound like Zordon. I'm gonna check the feed real quick. No, I don't sound bad on there. So
okay.
It might be just on your end. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'll just leave it with this. Oh yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, Chris, yeah, and I mean, obviously, you don't have to see no movie, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but I'll leave you with this funny thing because I think you'll think it's funny about how your boy Anthony Mackie had an interaction with Ian McKellen on the set of Doomsday, and he was like, he said, Ian McKellen, happy you're here. I love your work. And, oh, that's nice. What are you doing here? Like he didn't know who the man was, and he was like, "What are you doing in the movie?" He said, "Oh, I'm Captain America," and he was like, "Oh, good for you." And just walked. He's like walked away.
Who was this?
The dude who plays Magneto, Ian McKellen.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the one because people were like applauding Anthony Mackie to say because he told a reporter or something like, "Don't be a geek." Don't be a comic geek, be a accurate comic geek or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It went viral. I mean, I didn't watch it because I don't support that nigga.
Yeah,
on purpose.
Yeah.
But that's what I thought you were talking about. But yeah, no, these niggas old, man. So of course they just. Hey, I'm happy they still with us, man.
Yeah, he's there having a good time getting a paycheck. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. It's Sunday. You know, I gotta get all this shit done so I can get my kids to school, man, in the morning. But yeah, so definitely go see those two movies.
Yeah.
One's available right now. Spider-Man's in theaters.
Comfort in your home.
Yeah. But yeah, go do it, man. It's worth it.
Yeah. We out, man. Until Thursday. Hopefully. If God say the same.